If watching A.J. Brown, Amon-Ra St. Brown, and Jalen Waddle get paid before they took care of CeeDee Lamb's deal was the Cowboys looking at the leaves falling, then seeing Justin Jefferson get paid, the deal that he got paid is them looking up at a block of concrete, hitting them square in the face. We'll talk about why. Let's get to it. Here we go. What is up, everyone, and welcome into A to Z Sports Dallas Primetime. I am your host, Mauricio Rodriguez, streaming with you live every Sunday and Thursday night, 8 p.m. Central, and catching up with you guys in between with quick hitting videos Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. And what a Monday it was. Early in the morning, news broke that the Minnesota Vikings had paid Justin Jefferson. And that was the real player to watch when it came to trying to evaluate CeeDee Lamb's future contract, right? Because A.J. Brown is a pretty good receiver, one of the best in the NFL. So is Amon-Ra St. Brown. But with that 2023 season that CeeDee Lamb put together on Dak Prescott's best year ever in the NFL, that really set him apart. That really launched him into a very exclusive club where you can talk about Jefferson, you can talk about Tyreek Hill, and then CeeDee Lamb got himself in that top three conversation. And it happens that they were looking for a deal at the same time, Justin Jefferson and him. So this really looks like the template that the Cowboys are going to have to follow. And let me tell you something. It is a big L for the Cowboys to take what happened today. And not trying to knock on them or whatever, but we've talked a lot about the prices going up for wide receivers while the Cowboys wait on getting this deal done. But the Justin Jefferson one really skyrocketed the wide receiver market. This is what a reset actually looks like. And the reason why is because we've been talking about the 30 million per year mark, right? That's what A.J. Brown surpassed at 32 per year. That's what Amon-Ra St. Brown got. That's what Tyreek Hill got. But a closer look into the numbers really revealed that $30 million per year isn't what these guys are going to be making, or at least not really, because they have these salaries in the back end of their contract that really makes that number like skyrocket, right? So Tyreek Hill, for example, will not really be making 30 million per year because he's got like this $21 million salary in 2025, and then it's followed by $43.9 million salary in 2026, which they're not likely to get at that contract at that point of the contract ever, because there's going to be a restructure or there's going to be an entirely new deal in place by then, another extension, something like that, where the numbers are going to change significantly. So Tyreek Hill kind of making 30 million per year, but not really. Well, in reality, those contracts, when you looked at the top of the NFL market, they were somewhere around the 28 million per year mark when you basically filtered the noisy numbers out, right? The numbers that really manipulated the way that we perceived them. Justin Jefferson is actually going to make 35 million per year, though. Like, there's no funny business going on in his deal. And let me show you a table from overthecap.com that really does a great job illustrating this. Forget about the cap hits, forget about the salaries, forget about all that. This is cash flow. This is the amount of money that is going into the pockets of a player year by year of his deal. And this is going to really exemplify everything perfectly. So year zero, Justin Jefferson is going to get $18.3 million, which is higher than Amon-Ra St. Brown's number at 14.5, higher than Waddle's at 16.1, and higher than A.J. Brown, who is basically going to start filling that new contract until next year. Year one, though, and this is running cash flow, so like this is cumulative, in other words. By year one, Justin Jefferson is going to have made $50.2 million off of this new $140 million total deal. Amon-Ra St. Brown in year one of his deal is at $31.9 million. So let's say $32 million. That's 50 versus 32. Jalen is at 33. AJ is at 30. You go to year two, Justin Jefferson is going to have made 76 million. Amon-Ra St. Brown is at 60. Jalen Waddle is at 57. AJ is at 59. By year 3, Justin Jefferson is well above $100 million earned, right? $106 million earned. Amon-Ra is at 84. Jalen is at 84. AJ Brown is at 80. And by the end of them, of course, Justin Jefferson is going to have made $140 million. You look at the guarantees, it's more of the same. Justin Jefferson is going to have $88 million fully guaranteed. This is not even comparable to what other wide receivers are getting in the NFL right now. No one is close to $80 million, $88 million. Do you know who is? And this is something that Over the Cap pointed out in their article. Nick Bosa. Like, the contract that Jefferson signed with the Minnesota Vikings today is more similar to that of Nick Bosa, who is a premium pass rusher in the NFL, than it is to A.J. Browns, to Tyreek's. This is truly what a market reset looks like. Adam Schefter was on the Pat McAfee show today, and they were talking about what it means for the rest of the wide receivers. They talked about CeeDee Lamb and Jamar Chase, T. Higgins. And Adam Schefter went as far as saying, I don't think CeeDee Lamb is going to get this deal. It's going to be close, but it's not going to be the same deal. Like, that's how high Justin Jefferson's contract is being perceived around the NFL right now. It's being perceived to the point that this is going to be a deal that stands the test of time in the NFL, meaning, that in 2 to 3 years, it might not be surpassed, not even by Jamar Chase, not even by CeeDee Lamb. It might take a good while to get a new top paid wide receiver in the NFL, at least in these real terms, right? Because there might be somebody that comes in and gets a $40 million per year average, but with fake numbers, like with the Amon-Ra St. Brown deal, AJ and Tyreek Hill deal, where you've got the back end of the contract with insanely and ridiculously high numbers that really manipulate how we talk about them. Anyways, all of this has led to the conversation. How does it impact CeeDee Lamb and the Cowboys? I do see this as a massive win for CeeDee, for number 88, because suddenly you're not working with a make-believe $30 million per year benchmark. You are working with a legitimate $35 million per year benchmark. There's not going to be room for a balloon salary in 2026 where the value skyrockets, right? Also, it's a 4-year deal. We know that the Cowboys like to do those or like to aim for those 5-year contracts, for example. Might not be the case with the way that Justin Jefferson handled things with the Minnesota Vikings. And man, I also think the fully guaranteed money is going to be much higher than I would have anticipated. So you could say that it's going to give the Cowboys a little bit less flexibility, but also, restructures are still going to be an option moving forward. And, it's going to have to, like, the Cowboys are going to be put to the test in terms of the salary cap creativeness that they can come up with while they handle the CeeDee Lamb thing and the Dak Prescott thing, and then in the future, the Micah Parsons deal. But this is truly a different market that we live in now than compared to what we lived in yesterday. And I think the Cowboys are going to pay the price of that. Here's how I see these playing out. I do believe CeeDee is going to get pretty much a copy and paste version of this contract, maybe with a slightly lower guaranteed amount of money or with a slightly lower cash flow through the first 2 years or something like that. But it's going to be pretty similar, I believe, in the overall numbers. Look at the numbers very quickly, man. People have been comparing this to all day long, right? 4 seasons in the NFL. They both got here in 2020. 3 All-Pros for Justin Jefferson's. That is 2 second-team All-Pros and 1 first-team All-Pro. He's also been Offensive Player of the Year. You look at CeeDee Lamb, he's got 2 All-Pros, 1 second-team, 1 first-team. There's no question at all that in his first 4 seasons in the NFL, Justin Jefferson has done more than CeeDee has. When you look at the entire body of work, CeeDee is coming off of a great year, and moving forward, you could see CeeDee Lamb going toe-to-toe with Justin Jefferson. But if we're looking at the past, Justin has been better or has put better numbers than CeeDee has. But Lamb is on the rise, right? Lamb's 2023 season is in the top 10 going back the last 4 years in EPA per target. Justin Jefferson's 2020 season is an example of a season that's been better than what happened last year with CeeDee. And you're betting on seeing more of that. Why? Because it's another year on Mike McCarthy's offense, is another year on Dak Prescott working in a pass-happy attack as well. So you could see the numbers keep piling up for CeeDee moving forward. But Justin Jefferson, I do believe he's got these like historical numbers that can back him up to get that top paid deal, while CeeDee might be settling for something similar to what Justin Jefferson got, right? Yards per route run. If you consider seasons going back to 2020, in 2023, Justin Jefferson and CeeDee Lamb cracked the top 10 of those 4 seasons. So these two have really set themselves apart from the rest of the NFL as two of the best 3-4 wide receivers in the entire NFL. I do believe the Cowboys are going to have to really just copy that contract that Justin got and maybe, again, lower key numbers like the fully guaranteed money or the cash flows and all that. But it's a different market. And again, man, as I said on the intro, the Cowboys were hoping to see some more leaves fall. This was not exactly a leaf that was falling in the sky. It felt like a big block of concrete. Cowboys are going to be forced to pay the consequence of having waited out the market, right? Because they said, hey, we want to see how this plays out. And I would be surprised if this was what they were betting on. I would guess that they were actually betting on seeing more of the A.J. Brown, Amon-Ra St. Brown kind of deals, and maybe Justin Jefferson coming in slightly above that. But, man, he reset the market. And now the Cowboys and CeeDee are on the clock. The NFL world is looking directly at them. Josina Anderson reported that this will speed up the process. We'll see if that is true or not. And in the meantime, we'll see each other tomorrow night at 8 p.m. Central. During the day. And then on Thursday, we'll be back live on Thursday night. Hit the like button for me. Let me know in the comments. Was this a win or a loss for the Cowboys? Hearing about this Justin Jefferson contract, let me know. Hit the like button, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.